Now and for here's something to warm the old cockles. The word.
In the station concourse, I wonder would a cheap day return save more? Should I not be worrying about pollution? While Harrison mingles in the crowd, hunted to have seen him. Keep walking! Walk and don't turn back, Harrison!
Tonight on The Word, live in the studio, Sophie star turned singing sensation Michelle Gale and Zig and Zag's mate, ex-teenage health freak Alex Langdon, plus masked star Cameron Diaz, the Fat Liberation Movement, and Santa as you've never seen him before, performing live, Corrosion of Conformity, and for one night only, The Wombles.
The Word.
And a Merry Christmas, one and all. I love saying that. You get to say it once a year, don't you? Welcome to the Word Christmas Cracker. We say it every year. Blimey, Lily Savage. Oops. No, sorry, have you been watching Badass TV? That was sort of smart-ass TV.
And if we were talking about you, Terry, I'm sure it'd be called Short-Ass TV, right? But before we kick off this evening, let's go and find out where Alan and Jazz are this week.
Hi, we're right out in the provinces. Hello, London. We're miles away. We're in a place called Manchester. And because it's the biggest party night of the year, just before Christmas Eve, we're going into a house there to see what northern people do at the weekend. It's going to be great. Danny, if love survives satellite transmission, there's shed loads coming your way. I'm sure you're looking great. It's back to you.
Yep, thank you, Alan, there. Now, tonight's supposed to be the biggest party night of the year, right, everyone?
Yeah!
Thank you. And no matter how desperate you are to be the life and soul of a party, no matter how unpopular you are, even if you can't bear to look at yourself in the mirror, please don't resort to trying this at home. Oh my God. What do you think of that? Oh, that's made my stomach go all queasy. Oh, what do you think? That was good? I think that's a bit of a hopeful thing, that was. Anyway, for our first course on tonight's Christmas feast, I'd like to introduce you to someone who's done an extremely rare thing. She's gone from being an EastEnders soap star to actually making a good, credible record. Please, an old friend of mine, Michelle Girl, with a special exclusive preview of the next single, Freedom.
think you'll agree it's quite magnificent, really. Michelle Gale, Freedom. Michelle, are you coming over? She's a lovely girl. Can you come up and join me? Soap star turned soul diva. Oh, a girl with... Oh, lovely. Oh, lovely. Sit down. I was going to say a girl with an array of natural talents, tainted only by her poor taste in football.
You're talking about...
You're an Arsenal fan.
Man United.
Don't start one of those. We don't want one of those nights like the other week where it all kicked off again.
All right, sorry.
OK, well, I'm sure you're bored of being asked this, but obviously there you were, big soap star, EastEnders, and then you went into music. Well, was it a choice between the two, or did you want to do them both?
I did want to do them both, but then when Looking Up came out, it became a choice. And music is my first love, so it's quite an easy choice to make.
So what was the choice? Did they say to you, it's either The Square or world fame and loads of money?
Not quite in that accent, Tel, but that's what they said.
Oh, right. So you don't think I could be on, like, EastEnders, then?
You could.
All right, John.
The Mancunian bum or something.
I never go south of the river, governor. No, I mean, would you actually make a comeback if your career is... And not that it looks likely to do so, if your career as a singer bombed out?
No, I wouldn't.
You wouldn't?
No. 3 years is enough. I'm young. And there's other things to do.
Well, they didn't kill you off in a soap, did they? Like, they sent you to Trinidad, so you might come back.
Yeah, but I won't.
Do you think they might get another
exclusive.
actress to pretend to be you to come back on The Square?
Yeah, they might.
How would you feel about that?
I think it'd be funny.
I bet she'd wish she could follow in your
They
footsteps.
should get you to do it, Tel.
I know. Oh, down the old rubber dab, mate. Here, geezer. No, it's actually, you've always wanted to be a singer, haven't you?
Yes, I have.
And to prove it, we've got this little film here. Have a look at this.
What's this, then?
I'm gonna let myself get absolutely soaking away.
Whoa!
Where did you get that from, Terry?
It's Raining Men, hallelujah.
Oh, God, look at those costumes.
And was one of those girls Lindy Layton as well?
Yeah.
And you were also at school with Naomi Campbell, weren't you? So I'm quite a little... See, I thought you were just a normal Harlesden girl.
I am a normal Harlesden girl, but I happen to go to that school.
One of the kids from Fame.
No, not quite.
What was Naomi Campbell like at school?
She was very nice. Very determined, I'd say.
What did you think of her LP?
I haven't heard it, have you?
Oh, yeah, this is all political answers, isn't it? And what did your mates think of Naomi Campbell?
My mates?
Yeah, at home.
They think she's okay.
They think she's okay. Oh, you see, you're not telling
Well, you want me to diss my friends on TV?
No, I don't. I want you to... Well, yeah, I do, yeah.
You do, Terry.
Sorry. Well, it's Christmas, isn't it? You've got to spread a bit of that about. Now, one thing... I did read that what you wanted for Christmas was a nice man in your stocking. I mean, who would be your ideal sort of guy?
Apart from you, Terry, I like Tupac. He's a rapper.
Tupac Shakur?
Yeah. Say that again.
But he's a bit... And what does your mum think about him? Because he's got a bit of a criminal...
My mum doesn't know, it's a secret. I wouldn't tell my mum about him.
Knows now.
And see... I was going to say... Ignore them, please.
I will.
And really, since he's been shot, he's more like No-Pac Shakur, isn't he?
Oh, leave him. I'm going to write to him. He's in prison, I think.
He's in prison? Lovely girl, isn't she, really?
I'll write to him.
Listen, you're going to stay around with us for the rest of the show. It's going to be a bit of a party tonight. And as you know, this is probably the biggest party night of the year, Christmas Friday, the day before Christmas Eve. It's lovely. No, it's lovely to be down here. It is lovely to be down here in London, I must say, but one party town in Britain, and that is Manchester, my hometown, and our Alan's a lucky man who's up there now. That's popular.
What? Hiya, here we are in the regions. It really is cold here. I would wave, but my hand can't move. So let's get inside and see what's going on at this party in Manchester. Come on, a bit of actuality. See what youths do when they're excitable and drunk. Hiya, how's it going?
Hi, Mum.
Cool.
Yeah,
Enjoying the party? Cool. This is the host here. Hi, Nathan. How's it going?
Not too bad.
Party going okay?
Brilliant.
It's not your house, is it? It's your grandparents.
Yeah.
Do they know about it?
No.
They don't. But I mean, nothing will go wrong with it. I mean, you don't want anything to go wrong because you love your grandparents.
Yeah, I certainly do them.
So it's keep it mum and hope that they don't watch the word and everything.
Mum's the word.
Yeah, where are they at the moment?
They're in New York at the minute.
All right, so yeah, they're not going to hear the noise. Okay, that's cool. Do you mind showing us around?
No, not at all. Come on in.
Okay. Look at this. Oh dear, bit of people chewing each other's face and feeling some bottoms. That's love. Let's go through here, see what's going on. I've got the bar. Come on in too, Nathan. That's cool. Sorry about that. All right, lads, how's it going? We're running a bar?
We've just got one question.
Yeah?
Where's Danny?
Danny's back in the studio. She's what's she wearing tonight? Is she wearing nice things? I'm sure she is.
For me. She's waiting for you. She's waiting for you, Danny. She's waiting for me.
Danny says hi. Okay, well there's some guys. They're running the bar. Let's go to the main. Is this the big room?
This is the main room.
Okay, let's see the party. Yeah, this is cool. People dancing and things, having some fun. And what? There's someone at the door, I think. Let's just go out. Yeah, we'll go and let him in. Sorry about this. Come on, let's go. All right. Do you know these guys? Gate crashers. That's great. Well, that really is a real party. They don't sit in your fridge or anything. Never mind. A host never has a good time at a party, Nathan. Anyway, Nathan will try and deal with that, and expect you in the studio. See you later.
Actually, I'm not in the studio. I'm at a neighbour's house round the corner from Nathan's party because I'm here with Nathan's mum, Nathan's dad, and Nathan's Uncle Steve. Hi, guys. Now,
how you doing?
Uncle Steve is supposed to be looking after the house while the grandparents are away, so Nathan doesn't think he's going to get caught. Now, how come you don't know about this party?
Well, normally if I was, I'm keeping my eye on the house, and normally I'd call on a Sunday. I think Nathan sussed out that Friday nights are going and the chances of getting caught were, let's say, 0.
Right. Well, Karen and Jeff, Nathan's mum and dad. Now, what did you think when you heard about the party? Were you surprised?
Flabbergasted.
I used to recognise that house.
Yeah.
I don't think I do anymore.
Right, and what do you think the grandparents are going to think when they hear about it?
Oh, I hate to think.
And what do you think Nathan's going to get up to tonight?
God only knows.
Is he a bit of a wild boy?
Well, it looks like he's had a few drinks.
Oh.
Just looks a bit...
Well, you know, normally I'm the raver at the party of all parties, but not tonight. I think I'll sit here and watch. Next time you catch me, we'll be swinging with the party. Back to the studio.
That's right. We are back to the studio now. Did you hear that, Alan, before? In the provinces up north, it's like the Roman Empire or something, isn't it? Hey,
That's cold.
There's some famous people from Wythenshawe, though. You got Jason Orange, Johnny Marr out of the Smiths, Billy Duffy out of the Cult, and I can't think of the rest of them.
You got
a lovely
people.
place. Well, do you get invited to house parties? Well, you've always been famous since you were young, haven't you?
Oh, not always, Joe.
What's the most embarrassing thing you've done at a party?
I don't do embarrassing things. I'm a good girl.
You've never been locked in the loo?
Never.
With someone of the opposite... OK, right. I don't like to embarrass my guests on this show.
I'm not embarrassed.
OK, now, something which I suppose is embarrassing for some people is the fact that, well, some people are a little bit, how can I put it, overweight. And one group of overweight people in the United States of America have managed to band together to do something about it. Our Danny's been over there to see what they've been doing. Have a look at this.
In the 60s, it was Martin Luther King and Black America. In the 80s, it was Pink Power and Gay America. But in the 90s, a new civil rights issue has emerged. I'm talking about Fat America.
Fat bashing is the last acceptable prejudice.
Mary Jo Dobrensky belongs to an organisation called NAFA, which is dedicated to the fight against fat discrimination. It's been around since 1969, offering support and advice to its overweight members. But 1994 has been the year it really became a force to be reckoned with and has finally put fat rights on the map.
NAFA stands for the National Association to Advance Fat Acceptance, and it's basically a human rights organization. It ranges from the political to the social, everything in between.
That includes supporting legal action against cases of fat discrimination. Cases like that of 28-stone Pamela Holowich, who is suing an airline after they forced her to pay for 2 seats instead of 1 because of her size.
They pulled me out of line and publicly humiliated me and told me if I did not buy a second seat, they would not allow me on this flight. I would like to see airlines hopefully look at this in the light of how can we work with people, not work against them. Certainly this airline needs to realize that that shouldn't have happened, and I'm suing Southwest Airlines for that.
And the evidence shows that might is right, as 23-stone Bonnie Cook successfully sued a nursing home which told her she was too large to work there, and 25-stone Deborah Bridewell took a cinema to court after they told her she was too fat for their seats. This is all good news for fat activists and also for thin lawyers like Atlanta-based Jim Goodman, who handles around 10 fat legal cases at a time and is fast becoming the Perry Mason of the overweight.
If you're fat because you intentionally got fat, or you're fat because you're medically or psychologically incapable of stopping that situation, it doesn't matter. You still are protected by the law. And that's true with many of the other disabilities.
To get away from the tag of being disabled, fat Americans have already marched on Washington, petitioning for a change in the law. And as 1 in 3 Americans are overweight, politicians have been quick to jump on the vote-winning bandwagon. Politicians like New York Assemblyman Dan Feldman.
People are deeply invested in the idea that large body size, being fat, is somebody's fault.
NAAFA's position is that you should practice self-acceptance and believe it, and not put your life on hold waiting to be something that you're not currently. You know, live life to the fullest right now.
But it's not all lawsuits and political activism. NAAFA also organises a yearly convention which offers its members a non-judgmental atmosphere, fancy dress parties, and even a workshop on how to have safe sex. So with new legislation on its way and a bright and liberated future ahead of them, obese Americans can really be fat and jolly. Well, most of them can.
I know it seemed a bit of a chuckle, but it is quite a serious. No, I know it's quite. No, it's
Why
quite
are you laughing, Terry?
No, I wasn't. It's because you smiled then. But it is quite a serious subject that people get. Do you think it's right that people get discriminated
No,
against?
people shouldn't be dissed because they're fat, but what we call fat and what Americans call fat, two different things, I'd like to say.
Wow.
We have no fat people here. When you go to America, you see fat people.
You mean like
You've never seen before, you're like, wow!
Well,
where do they get clothes from?
That's because they get starters the size of our main dishes,
Yes,
don't
they
they?
do.
Just thought I'd give them a little plug there. Maybe the tourist board are tuning in and I'll get a free flight. Never mind. OK, we will be back after the break with the lovely Alex Langdon, teenage star, youngest stand-up comedian in Britain at one time, and also we'll have music from, what is it, Corrosion of Conformity. We'll see you then. Yeah.
Which celebrity has recently been awarded a Caring for Kids trophy, voted on by 100,000 Americans? Was it Bill Cosby, Michael Jackson, Naomi Campbell, or Roseanne Barr? Find out after the break.
The word.
Here comes the Belgian.
Do you have a microsystem that holds 7 CDs? We do, and ours is very, very small. Very small microsystems from JVC.
Micro Groove. for a closer shave. The new Philly Shave for the man inside.
Guten Tag, this is Woody Woody.
Sit down!
Good morning.
Better Trinker Black Label.
Brewed at 4.1% for a fuller flavour. No wonder it's number one.
Turned out nice again.
There's never been an Esso shop like this before. The very latest Esso Snack and Shop. A fresh idea from Esso.
Organics, the only shampoo with glucosyl, a natural nutrient which nourishes the life source of hair, the roots. Organics strengthens hair, giving life and body. So hair looks radiant with health and beauty. Organics from the Elida Hair Institute, the first ever root nourishing shampoo.
Oh!
The Word.
We asked you which celebrity has recently been awarded a Caring for Kids trophy, voted on by 100,000 Americans. The answer is Michael Jackson. Touching, isn't it?
Welcome back to the Word's very own seasonal feast of delight. Still to come, find out what this man has under his kilt that is so special. I wonder what. But first, in our Word stocking tonight, it's crammed full of Christmas goodies, and this next lot is no exception. They're the Stone Roses' favourite band. Please welcome Corrosion of Conformity with...
don't do that at home because guitars are really expensive and
Very
everything.
expensive.
Very expensive. That's Deliverance by Corrosion of Conformity and their album. I mean, that's from their album Deliverance, Corrosion of Conformity, and a track called Albatross. And we look forward to hearing more from them in future weeks to come. Still with me, of course, the lovely Michelle Gale. But my next guest tonight started off as Britain's youngest ever stand-up comedian. He then went on to be the star of the Channel 4 series Teenage Health Freak, and he's about to star in the Zig and Zag Christmas special. Take a look at this.
Look, anyone can make a mistake. I know I'm not on the leaderboard, but don't I get a second chance?
Look, will you keep your TV platitudes to yourself and keep driving? This is our case. Me and my brother will crack it.
Yeah, we're identical twins and we're not French. Don't look now, but I think we're being followed.
Where?
I said don't look now.
I'm not going to look now, because who would want to follow us?
Second Zag. It is Alex Langdon.
Give him a quick snob.
No.
Oh, yeah, you see what I mean?
Yeah, right.
It's because he's too young, isn't he?
Too young for me.
I was throwing you at him then, wasn't I? See, I'm trying to get you in there, Alex.
Cheers, Terry.
Don't you think that Alex? It's about time Alex got himself a nice woman. But I don't know if you're not a bit of a dark horse and this is all part of it. Now, Zig and Zag, are they better to work with than Lisa Walker?
They're kind of like on a level, really. It was frightening working with Lisa Walker because like everyone used to follow her around, like, and you'd be kind of following everyone else, kind of going hello. And then Zig and Zag, and everyone's following them around. I mean, like two sex symbols like that.
Yeah, well, that's right. From Zog.
Yeah, that's right. So, I mean, what can you do? Just like.
You were plagued, Alex, weren't you, for years with this Teenage Health Freak thing and the idea that you were a geek. And you said that you were a geek in real life, but now you're a bit older. Are you cool now?
No, still a geek.
No, he's not.
He's not a geek. Say no, we're on his side. He's not a geek, is he? No.
I'm kind of slightly getting there, slightly.
He's got a trendy haircut.
I've got a trendy
Ryan
haircut
Giggs,
now,
I think.
so I can't be a geek.
Ryan Giggs.
I've just got
He's got a skinhead now,
shirt as well. I've got a trendy shirt, so I can't be a geek.
Yeah, now you're going back to do some stand-up comedy as well as the Zig and Zag Christmas special. What kind of material do you do?
I used to do stuff about kind of being like in a posh school and having like posh parents and all the rest of it. But it's not so relevant now, really. So I kind of do stuff about my car and how I smashed it into the back of another car. And
on the posh estate.
That's the run, yeah. But just like kind of things relevant and college and sex education and more sex education and. So I've been learning my trade, you see, because I've been doing those alternative mime classes. Alternative mime classes.
Bloody windy, isn't it?
But
yes, that was good. See that? Pearls before swine, mate.
Yeah,
pearls before swine. You don't take any notice of them.
I've been learning everything. I've been doing all that. Improvising.
No, that's what we do that on the show every week. No, we do. Do you find quite a lot of women sort of take a bit of a shine to you? With being on the telly and everything.
Vaguely, every now and then.
And what kind of things happen?
Well, not a hell of a lot, really, but. Well, you know, you kind of get into a few chats.
But you're not still a virgin, are you?
Are you? Are you? It doesn't matter, it's good.
No, he's not.
No, I'm not really.
No, he's not.
I'm quite happy. I'll get me bits here and there. I'm quite
happy. Wait, can I just say very big bits? Because didn't your father actually say that when you were born, this was in a magazine interview, that he'd never seen such a big...
this is true.
A big wedding tackle.
It's true, because we did this thing in the Sunday Times called Relative Values, where they kind of did a bit on my father and did a bit on me, and father and son bit and all that. And I walked into school the next day, like, on Monday morning, it was about 8:30, walking through the playground bit, and someone shouts from about 4 floors up in the middle of a packed playground, "Oh, what a big willy!" And I've never quite lived it down.
He was trying to say...
It hasn't done me much harm, I must say.
It runs in the family. If he said testicles like a chimp, then you'd have worried, wouldn't you? Sorry about that. That was a bit of a low blow.
Sorry.
OK, speaking of party time, party night, isn't it? Nearly Christmas. Plate in the gallery. So let's go up to our party people in Manchester with Jazz.
Welcome back. I'm in Manchester. I'm 20 yards away from the most hip and happening party in town, which has been thrown by 19-year-old Nathan. Now, his grandparents are away in New York. They don't know what's going on. He thinks he's got away with it, but he doesn't know that I'm sitting here with his mum, dad and his Uncle Steve, who have been really trusting in leaving him home alone. Now, how responsible do you really think he's going to be? Come on, tell us the truth now.
Not very.
Not very.
Totally irresponsible. By the looks of it, he might not reach 20 years of age.
Ooh, well, we're going to see
So
just how
behaved.
responsible he is. I mean, we've got a couple of tests lined up for him. We don't know what he's going to do, but whatever he does do, we're going to be here to watch it. Now, Nathan's obviously been clearing up all day, all his grandparents' stuff. Is there lots of precious stuff around the house?
Yeah, I think the main thing is, I hope the fishing gear's out of the way, because my mother and father really
Is there
keen fishing.
anything, like, really sentimental value that might get broken that they'd be really gutted about, your grandparents?
Well, they're passionate about the fishing.
They're fishing?
Yeah,
fishing?
my mother and father are passionate about the fishing.
Oh, wow. What have they got, fishing gear and things?
Oh, they've got the
rods,
business.
the tackle,
They've
Fishing rods.
They've been fishing for 40, 45 years.
Okay,
all told.
well, I think we better go and check out what Alan's been going up to at that party.
Hi, OK, well, here we are. We're still at the party. Things are pretty kicking. We've seen a bit of actuality. Real life can be really charming. But what we're going to do now is we're going to spice things up with a bit of TV pep. We're going to play a few games for some prizes. Christmas coming early for Nathan here. He'll obviously be one of the contestants. He's the host, and a couple of his mates. We've got Martin. Hi, Martin.
Yeah. Hi, how are you doing?
Not bad. You known Nathan for long?
Yeah, since first year at school, yeah.
That's cool. Well, I mean, you look after him because the host never has a good time at their own party. So keep him sweet. That'd be cool.
I'll keep him sweet.
And Justice here will be one of the contestants as well. Hi, Justice.
I'm okay,
you've actually been staying here unknown to the grandparents for a while, haven't you?
Yeah, I certainly have.
And not a word, don't worry, we'll keep it mum. As Arnie put it in Predator, move on out, leave no traces.
You said it.
OK, what we're doing, first of all, we're playing for this. It's a state-of-the-art, one of those music machines. You can put tapes in there, spoken word cassettes, everything you want. You get a lot of great sounds out of there, so that's fun. And all the games have got a practical bent. Now, the first one looks a bit drab around here. All the pictures are down, so we thought we'd spice the place up with a few Christmas decorations. So you've got 30 seconds, lads, to make the place look nice and Christmassy. Prize for the best one. Away you go! That's nice, there we go. Bit of yellow there. Hey, look at that, a tree. Nathan, you're not going to win like that. Hey, look at that, wow! Nathan's really going for... Well, black isn't very Christmassy there, but there we go. All his mates are getting splattered in blood. Looks like natural-born killers. There we go, and the time's coming out. Nathan really seems to be going for. You would have thought maybe he would care a bit more about the grandparents. A few finishing touches there, very Jackson Pollock, and we counted down. The time's up! OK. Right, let's have a look. Justice, which was yours? That was the kind of mess there. You like that? That's Nathan's doing there, and that's very much yours. So I think the prize. I think the prize has really got to go to you, Martin. The stereo is yours. It's all splattered in paint, but never mind about that. You're doing well. OK, let's move on to the next game. What's missing from here? Christmas tree, obviously. So what I want to do, we've got some pots and muds, and obviously we haven't got a real Christmas tree coming. We've got Granny's fishing rods, she loves fishing, and Grandad's fishing rods. We use them for the stem, and a lot of old dresses. Just found them lying around, and we'll make trees out of that. Nathan, how's it going?
Not too well.
Well, what's the problem?
The wallpaper.
Well, it's Christmassy. Your clothes are a mess. I mean, your clothes are absolutely awful. But the host never has a good time at their own party. Anyway, have we got all the boxes in here? Right, what we've got a few of your granny's dresses in there. We've got some scissors so you can cut them up, make them into nice shapes and things. And Grandad's fishing rods. I mean, you might need to break them up a bit to make them into trees. Bit of paint there, thanks, mate. Lovely. And the three of you have got 30 seconds to make the best Christmas tree you can. Away you go! That's it, yeah, hacksaw through the fishing rod. Grandad ain't going to be doing too much fishing with that, is he? I think Nathan's going within a plum. Doesn't really seem to care. Fishing rods cost a fortune. There's no way you can go fishing with just a little stick, is there? I mean, we're not even going to catch a minnow that way. But there we go, broken up.
Remember, try it. There's Granny's dress getting slashed off a bit there. Granny's not going to want to wear a load of rags, is she? And people would say, hey, Granny, you're wearing rags. And she'd have to say, well, it's all Nathan's fault, really. He had this party. Oh, the time's up, so let's go through. Martin, that's pathetic, quite frankly. No, nothing more from you. I like that. We've got Granny's dress. It's all covered in mud. Going well. How are you feeling, Nathan?
Not too bad.
OK, and Justice, just a load of mud on the floor. Well, that, to me, does not constitute a Christmas tree. But you did well for trying. What we've got for you, we've got £250 worth of music vouchers, so buy yourself a load of records. Right, now, the pair of you, Justice. Martin, you've had a lot of fun. You've got your prizes. Now, why don't you scram and we'll have a talk with Nathan. Nathan, how's it going?
Apart from the walls, not too bad.
Not too bad.
Very
You see, now, I've got all mud in my hair now. You see, these people are just putting mud in there. I'm going to have to wash. What's my mum going to say?
Well, I don't know what to say, folks. I mean, he doesn't seem to have much respect for the grandparents' house, does he?
He's dead. Looks like a bomb shelter.
Are you shocked?
Yes.
Just a bit.
Are you going to kill him?
He's dead.
Oh, yeah, he's dead meat.
He's drunk, but he's going to be
He
dead.
looks a bit guilty about the walls, though. I mean, you know.
Oh, yeah.
As long as
he
he's
should be as well. He should be. He's got a few bucks to pay for those fishing rods.
Well, listen, the party's looking hot, but it's going to get hotter. Wait till you see what we've got lined up for your next visit. Back to the studio for now.
Thanks, Jazz. And on that basis, I won't be inviting Alan to any party of mine. Now, the season of goodwill has well and truly taken into full swing, but we here at The Word don't let anything like peace, love and goodwill into any men get in our way, because our team of Revengers have indeed been spreading their Christmas cheer out on the streets of Britain. So remember, don't get mad, get even, get the Revengers.
This week's Revenger is Pete O'Driscoll. He wants to get his own back on his so-called friend Amanda Jane Pike. Amanda has a bit of a temper, and last week she bit him so hard that he bled. As it's Christmas, we thought we'd settle this dispute, so we sent round a rather ill Santa and his little helper to deliver Amanda a special Christmas present, a mouthful of warm sick.
Can you help me, please? I'm sorry, my friend. We were just collecting for charity and he's collapsed. Can you just help me get him up? No, just please just get him up. I don't know, he was just walking along.
Let's see that again.
Oh, shit, no!
Amanda,
Stop!
I'm Jasmine from The Word.
Oh,
you
my
always set
God.
out.
Oh, no! Oh, Pete, I'm going to kill her!
Do you think you've been well and truly got?
I think I have, yeah.
So what do you reckon, Pete?
Result.
And Merry Christmas!
So that's it, the festive season. Bring up the old and bring in the new, etc., etc.
okay.
Actually, really, what I wanted to talk about was that party quickly, because you've just left home, haven't you?
I have just left home.
And where are you living? Have you got yourself a flash penthouse flat?
No, without wanting to sound overly negative, I've just moved into South Croydon. And I got my own flat, and I'm just kind of moving in and putting
Very
wardrobes
nice. Well,
in.
we'll send Alan round to decorate it for you. We'll be back after the break with those predecessors to Vinnie Jones as the hard men of Wimbledon, the Wombles. See you then.
What can Kelsey Grammer claim to share with Keanu Reeves? Find out after the break.
The Word.
In my country, my name is One Child.
We watched the sun going down with a Diet Coke. He said, now we're a family. We should get married.
Celebrate with a drop of bubbly, sprinkling of peanuts, some smoky bacon crisps, a pint of lager, tandoori chicken, top up with lager, lime, pickles, a couple of poppadoms, 2 coffees, a couple of brandies, and give it a whirl. It's your body's way of telling you you could use Alka-Seltzer. Original Alka-Seltzer, all lemon flavor, specially made for fast relief from headaches with upset stomach. Put a little pling-pling fizz in your life.
Before you wash, check your skin's care label. Do not dry clean skin. Choose soaps that are not harsh. Maintain skin's pH balance. Whatever your skin type, its pH is around 5.5. Some ordinary soaps have a higher pH and can leave your skin dry and taut. Johnson's pH 5.5 is designed to keep your skin feeling healthy, leaving it feeling soft and supple as well as clean. Johnson's pH 5.5 for healthy feeling skin.
The Ultimate Jungle Collection. 32 of the very biggest jungle anthems all on one great album. The Ultimate Jungle Collection.
How would you draw? Eccentrically.
Like from Nobody at Home. What the blinking flip is that?
Picture me. How would you draw it?
Dune, une femme, un parfum, Christian Dior.
Every time you buy £12 worth of Esso fuel, you can get your on a 3-hour Philips videotape for only 99p. Time after time after time. So fast forward to Esso.
She has a 20-year vendetta against an organized crime family. Now, he is the only man who can help her. Sylvester Stallone, Sharon Stone. The Specialist.
Duracell now lasts even longer. Our unique new extra active formula means camera flashes now take up to 51 extra pictures. New Duracell Extra Active for extra life.
And whoop! I've got two!
The Word.
We asked you what Kelsey Grammer can claim to share with Keanu Reeves. The answer is a conviction for drink driving. Nice one, boys.
Welcome back to our final leg of our Word Christmas Turkey, stuffed full of festive fun. But for our final crowd pleaser tonight, oh, you're gonna love this girl. Something sure to make any party go down with a bang and a whimper. I'd like to introduce you to a man known as Power Tool. I wonder why. And what he's going to be doing for us here today, he's basically attached a piece of rope to a ring round his scrotum, through his penis, and he's going to drag our lovely word dancer here across the floor. You want to see this, guys? You want to see this? You want to see this? All right, Power Tool, show us what you're made of. Come on, give out. Oh. Well, what did you think of that? What did you think of that? Round of applause, I think. Round of applause. But what I want to know now is, Terry, can you top that piece of quality entertainment? I think Terry should say it's a good party piece. Terry.
Oh, well, look, that's reminded me that I have to buy some nuts, actually. We didn't actually see. Now, Channel 4 wouldn't let us show the scrotal stretch there. And in case you're wondering at home if it really happened, believe you me, it did.
It probably did. Yeah.
Oh, have you got a little party trick that you do? No, you don't want to talk about. You don't want to talk about that yet, Alex. Listen, party time. Only one person. That's our Jazz in Manchester, right, Jazz?
Welcome back. I'm still in Manchester next door to the party from hell. And what Nathan doesn't know is he's having his own Christmas bash in his grandparents' house while they're in New York. I'm sitting here with his mum and dad and his Uncle Steve. So far, he's managed to paint all the walls and ruin them, smash up his grandparents' fishing rods. We've got one more ordeal left for him. Let's see if he can resist the temptation.
Things are a bit of a mess here. Look at this. All got a bit of paint. Nathan, how are you feeling? Not too good. What do you think your grandparents are going to say?
I'm looking for somewhere else to live.
Right, yeah, I can understand that. But hey, we'll brighten up your evening a bit. There's still one more game. What we're playing for now? Well, what's your big passion in life? Tell us that.
Football.
Is it? What's your favourite team?
Man United.
What you see? In here, we've got Man United tickets. They're no ordinary tickets. You get to meet a team, you get a 4-course meal, they're VIP tickets, maybe you meet Danny afterwards, hang around, hi to Ryan, all that sort of thing. So you really got to go for it on this last game. Basically, all three of you, put these goggles on. You have to be blindfolded for this game, pick them up. And what we've got here, we've got some various football teams' kit, all around like that. Now you scrabble around like pigs on the floor, trying to get bits of it. You have to strip down first, obviously, to undies. Then, once you got your clothes off, get into them. After 30 seconds, we'll see who's got the most Man United kit on, and they win these VIP tickets. So then, down to your pants first, then go for the stuff. We'll count you in, all three of you. Get your goggles on, and 1, 2, 3. Ready, steady, go! There we go. Look at that. See, there, he's a good-looking boy. That's nice. Nathan straight off with the trousers, that's not... at least he's maintaining some sense of dignity. That's nice. On he goes. Shirt off as well, Nathan, of course, remember. There he goes. Oh, and time's up! Oh, no, carry on, that's good. No, carry on, carry on. OK. Right. Come here, mate. Oh, your chest's all red. Right. Now, things are a bit chaotic here. I mean, what do you think Uncle Steve would think if he were to see the mess that's been made here? You could always... Oh, Uncle Steve, it's Mum and Dad! Mum and Dad are here! Nathan, you're going to get badly told off. You might even get smacked because of this. Nathan, how do you feel? Nathan's look like nice people. There's no reason to be frightened of them. Hi, Jasmine. He's maintaining some sense of dignity. Got his pants on. Go away. And there we go. Okay. A happy Christmas to anyone from you now?
Everyone at South Trafford College.
Okay. Well, right, Nathan, you got the tickets. They're yours. Everything's gone well. We've all had a very happy Christmas. What do you think about the mess?
No.
Karen.
Okay, Mum and Dad.
Are you going to let the party go on or are you going to shut it down?
Oh, why not?
They're swinging as well. That's good. The kids having fun. The grown-ups having fun. That's Christmas.
Hey! Uncle Steve! Where's Uncle Steve? Come on, we want to be dancing with the mum and dad. Where are we down there?
I wish I could have been there, to be honest with you.
If I did that, my parents would have killed me.
Very, very nice there. OK, well, now you've had a very successful year. You're about to have a very successful year as well. One young lady who has had a very successful year in 1994. She's made a transition from supermodel to Hollywood superstar. Is this young lady? Take a look at this.
She's the girl who went from supermodel to superstar in just one role. Cameron Diaz is set to join the A-list of leading Hollywood ladies, and this is where she's filming her latest movie. 1994's been a good year for Cameron Diaz. At the tender age of 21, she shot to fame playing sexy singer Tina Carlisle in The Mask, the comic book blockbuster that made an international star of Jim Carrey. The road to superstardom started when Cameron was 16 and met a photographer at a party who said he could get her modelling work. Sounds like a dodgy chat-up line, but less than a week later she landed a contract with top model agency Elite. The jobs came pouring in until Cameron thought she'd have a go at the movies, just for the hell of it.
My commercial agent took a joke that I meant to be a joke seriously. She sent me in to read for The Mask, although I hadn't ever acted before. First I read for the part of the reporter, and they liked me and they asked me to come read for Tina. It was down to me and 3 other girls, and I came back and it was supposed to be 1 day and I would know whether or not I got the part. Of course it turned into 1 month, and 12 readings later with Jim. I was saying, tell them that if they make me come in 1 more time, I am going to scream you.
What was Jim Carrey like to work with? Because he's an absolute nutter.
Yeah, Jim is basically an absolute nutter.
Hold on, sugar!
It was incredible working with him. He's an extreme professional, extremely talented.
Ooh.
I made faces before I met him. We just got the opportunity to make them at each other, which was really fun.
And as you can imagine, superstar Jim's a big fan of Cameron's too.
Very sweet lady. Very, very, very sweet girl. And tough as nails. Grew up in Long Beach and kick your butt. And she's just a sweet human being. Really nice.
You were good, kid. Real good.
And it seems that Jim's not the only one to take a shine to Cameron, but the new darling of the glossy magazines has decided on a more artistic follow-up to The Mask. The Last Supper is an everyday story of left-wing assassins, low on budget but high on credibility. Did you go out of your way intentionally to do a more arty film, just so you could explore, you know, your character and...
Yeah, it was something that I wanted, definitely. I wasn't looking for artsy film per se. It was just I was looking for a part that was going to allow me to not play that Tina Carlisle character, which was something that came to me a lot. You could imagine, you know, they find, oh my God, we found a girl with blonde hair and big boobs. We can put her in our next film.
After the huge success of The Mask and her recent foray into serious acting, Cameron Diaz is tipped for A-list superstardom next year. But right now, she reckons that Hollywood hasn't changed her one little bit.
Actually, I'm more broke than I've ever been. I'm still driving the same car. People don't know my name because they only know me as that girl that was in The Mask with Jim Carrey. It's good. I'm not complaining. Believe me, I'm not complaining. It's just sort of, I see the doors that have opened, and that's the best thing for me.
And a lovely young lady as well. I think. What's your name?
Alex liked her. Sweetheart.
Alex.
Transfixed.
Now, now's a quick chance. What sort of girl are you looking for then for Christmas?
Anyone female. I don't mind really.
That's all right. That says a lot. Thank you for coming in tonight.
Oh, it's a pleasure.
Gorgeous to see you again, darling.
Thank you,
Lovely
darling.
to see you, Alex.
Nice to see you again, sir.
Come back for us after the new year on January the 6th with another fantastic show. But now Terry's favourite band is going to play us out.
That's right. A Merry Christmas, first of all. This is a Christmas band. There've been rumours for years and years that they were going to get back together again. Those rumours have not been true. However, tonight, especially for us here at The Word, and as a Christmas present for you, Mike Batt has donned his costume once again. Please give it up for the Wombles. And a Wombling Merry Christmas.
Open your eyes, look to the sky.
bag in, water in, lid on. And that's how a teapot works.